Hi, guys, and welcome to the Truth Factor, where we do headlines with an attitude. And we have just a few updates, guys. I put the article in the community tab when it first broke. But the second article, I wanted to get it out to you guys, only because it's a warning. And with all warnings, we should, probably take heed and pay attention to these warnings. So we'll start with the warning, and then the articles are in the link in the description box, guys. Okay, so Iran foreign minister, we will not sit and watch. We will not be able to cease fire. And this is from Hal Turner, guys. For 3 weeks, we have been witnessing war crimes committed by Israel. The genocide in Gaza and forced displacement there must be stopped immediately. The United States and some European countries supported the Israeli occupation regime. The United States and some European countries support the killing of about 7,000 civilians in less than 3 weeks in the Gaza and the West Bank. The United States must put an end to genocide and crimes in the Palestine. With the continuation of war in Gaza, we will not be able to cease fire, and the West Asia is our region, and we will not be complacent or conservative when it comes to our security. Efforts being made to consider Palestinian actions as terrorists will not deceive free nations and the global conscience. We tell the United States that if the genocide operations continue, we will not stand by and watch. If the genocide continues in Gaza, the United States will not be spared from this fire of war. Here is his comments, analysis. Folks, we have just been told we will not be spared from this fire of war. Now, a whole bunch of you are probably snickering to yourself about how they have no real way to get to us, except they are already here. They've been crossing into our country via the wide open southern border for years. So Iran absolutely can wage war against us here in America. All right. And then the next little thing is about, and we put this in the community tab again, but this here was the UN Security Force takes Israeli ambassador out of a meeting. The United Nations Diplomatic Security Services, the UNDSS, at the UN headquarters in New York had to physically remove the Israeli ambassador for disrupting the Iranian foreign minister's speech. Uniformed and plainclothes security officers grabbed and confronted the Israeli ambassador, demanding his UN ID, which he didn't have, then escorted him out of the General Assembly, with nearby ambassadors saying, "Shame on you." And we'll play the video, guys. I don't think I have it to where you can. Hey, Carol, it is crazy time, isn't it? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me reshare this. I just have to click it so you guys can hear it. Over here, activate the speaker so we can. It's not going to let me play it. All right, guys. It must be a TikTok, and it's not letting me go to it. Anyway, let's see if I can go here. Here we go.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, bad.
Shame on you.
Shame on the terrorists. What is your ID?
American Ambassador ID.
UN ID.
Your ID, it's on the table then. The Israeli table. You'll get it in a second. You know how many times they raised flags against Russia when Ukraine was here? תביאו לי את הטאג שלי.
Shame on the terrorists. Shame on the terrorists. Israel is a terrorist.
Anyway, so there we go. There you have it. He got kicked out. I tell you, in my opinion, that wasn't right, especially to try to take his ID, because that's saying you're not going to let him come back, in my opinion. But maybe they'll let him come back and they'll give it to him at a later date. I get, this is my thing, guys. Okay. We have to have discussions, right? And that's what the UN is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be able to hear both sides of these arguments, right? And you have to be able to give the other person the respect for their time, regardless if you like them or not. And so I agree that the Israeli ambassador should have maybe been asked to leave, only because you got to allow the other side their time to speak. Now, after they spoke, then he could rebut it if he needed to. But I think that we have to have rules and laws that we have to live by. And we sometimes might have to bite our tongue for just a minute. If we don't like what we're hearing, we can, choose not to listen. So now I think that this kind of is very symbolic, though, in some aspects that Israeli was thrown out of the UN. Are they saying, are we saying we're throwing Israel out? That's what it kind of looked like to me. Israel going to be being double crossed? Are they being tossed aside? So it doesn't really matter what happens to Israel. They don't get to have a say. That's kind of another way to look at this, guys. Anyway, so just wanted to give you guys these heads up, this little warning from Iran. Just saying, got to take every warning with, grain of salt, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe take heed to it. Because there is an awful lot of illegals in here, guys, and we don't even know the number, to be honest. Nobody does, right? And so you got to be careful. And then you got all this other mess happening and everything else going on. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you guys this update. I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you later. Bye. And thank you, Carol.